Good afternoon. My name is Samantha and I'm with Community Hospice. I'd like to welcome you to today's Community Connection seminar on the benefits of movement and an active lifestyle. Before I introduce our speaker, I want to share a couple of housekeeping items throughout the presentation. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to enter them into the chat box or raise your hand and we will make sure to address all of your questions. This webinar is in a meeting format, which means that you can see other participants and they would be able to see you. And we will also be recording this presentation and sharing it on our website, YouTube channel, and other social media platforms. So if you would prefer that your face is not seen and shared on social media, I ask you to please turn off your camera at this time. So today's speaker is Kylie White, a fitness program assistant and health educator at the Healthy Aging Association. Kylie joined the Healthy Aging Association as an intern in August of 2019. She earned her bachelor's degree in kinesiology with a concentration in health and wellness promotion from California State University, Stanislaus in December of 2019. She became an official part of the Healthy Aging Association team in January of 2020. As a health educator, she facilitates health education and fall prevention topics in both group and individual settings. And with that, Kylie, it's all yours.
All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome in. Again, my name is Kylie Wyeth, and I'm with the Healthy Aging Association. So moving on to our PowerPoint here. All right, so our little small but mighty organization, we have 5 employees total. We have our executive director, a health and wellness manager, fitness program coordinator, and a fitness program assistant, which is me, and we just hired another health educator. So we are very small but mighty, and we keep busy. Actually, our whole entire staff has graduated from Stan State with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. So that's really fun little information about our organization. All right, so the Healthy Aging Association, we are a nonprofit organization whose mission is to help older American adults live longer, healthier, and more independent lives by promoting increased physical activity and sound health and nutrition practices. So today we're going to be really diving into what is inactivity. So the definition of that would be inactivity is defined as participating in no activity beyond normal activities of daily living. So if you're just going about your day doing the same routine every day, you are considered inactive unless you add something in different to your daily routine that would be different than normal. You can consider that some sort of activity. All right, there are many consequences of inactivity. You can decrease health and overall quality of your life, decrease your strength and stamina. It can also increase depression, increase risk of obesity, increase your blood pressure possibly. You can have a higher risk of heart disease and certain cancers. So obviously you can tell by looking at this slide that there are many consequences of not being active. And so it's really important to stay active and try to avoid some of these consequences as best as possible. And a little fun fact about healthcare costs with inactivity, 4 in 5 of the most costly chronic conditions among adults 50 and older can be prevented or managed with some physical activity. And that doesn't have to be a lot of physical activity, but getting some physical activity in your day definitely decreases your risks of these consequences of inactivity. All right, so how has inactivity increased during the pandemic? Obviously, we had that shutdown last March and everything shut down. That's including our gyms, our group exercise, our senior centers, anything where we can go out and get active with others. So it's obvious that a lot of people don't have maybe their equipment at home necessarily to stay active during that pandemic. So that definitely caused a lot of older adults to become inactive. And I would say the whole population in general, but it definitely did take a big effect on older adults. So physical activity in older adults has decreased during this pandemic, obviously because we're not going out and about trying to avoid COVID-19. So our gyms and our group exercise has closed, and I know some gyms have opened and closed, and they're kind of going in this little circle. So also it not being a process of staying open the whole time, that can also discourage people from going. And also just finding the motivation to exercise. If you did have that equipment when you're at home alone, it can be really hard to be able to motivate yourself to exercise and get active. And a lot of classes, just like we are now here, we have switched over to Zoom platforms. So doing exercise on Zoom, but a lot of people don't have access to Zoom or access to the internet or a computer. So Zoom is inconvenient for them and they're not able to participate. So technology has definitely played a big role, helping some, and also others that don't have access to it, that has been a challenge. And as consequence, physical and mental health in older people is definitely negatively affected during the pandemic. We're all confined, alone, and inactivity has definitely rose because of that. All right, so why is movement so important? By moving, we are strengthening our muscles, which improve our stability, our balance, our coordination. It improves our blood pressure. It also, those who exercise actually do experience less pain and better joint functions. Your muscles are stronger, they're warmed up more, so you experience less pain. And it allows us to keep our independence as we age. Moving is really important. It can help you stay strong, allowing you to do things that you enjoy doing with less help, and not having someone possibly hovering over you. So keeping that independence, especially in older adults, is very important. All right, so what can we consider movement? There's many, many different ways to get moving and add into your daily routine. That can be a brisk walk. The sun is starting to shine now, so getting outside and going for that walk. You can do aerobics, even yard work or gardening. It's not something that you necessarily do every day, possibly, but that is considered movement. Yoga, working with resistance bands, dancing, and even Tai Chi. And older adults should also include stretching and balance activities as part of their physical activity. Focusing on that balance for older adults is definitely very important. All right, so tips for starting an exercise program. It's always important to check with your healthcare provider before starting with an exercise program to make sure it's the right fit for you, and that everything that the class is offering you're approved for. And it's really important to find a class that you enjoy and brings you happiness. The more you love going, the more likely you're to go. And setting realistic goals and expectations. So don't try to set a goal that is a little bit too much for you and your body. It's really important to listen to your body and set those goals off that, and you're more likely to reach those goals. And starting an exercise program with a friend, neighbor, family member, it really helps you get that motivation if maybe you can't self-motivate very well. Having that family member, neighbor, friend, to say, hey, we're going, or vice versa. Maybe you're their motivator. That's always really important to have in your exercise program. And it's important to ease into the exercise. As we recommend in our Young at Heart class is maybe we do 12 reps, but a lot of the participants have been coming. Maybe just do 6 this time. You don't want to overdo it, especially when you're easing in like your first few classes. You don't want to leave sore or not wanting to come back. So really just taking it easy at first and easing yourself into it is one of the best tips that we can give. And then try to be active wherever you go, whether it's you're at the grocery store, try to park as far away from the entrance as possible. You can avoid your door dings, but you'll also get some extra exercise in. Get moving during commercials. Take a little walk around your house during a commercial. You can march in place, different things like that. And then starting and ending your day with a walk. That will get you moving and start your day off well and end it well as well. All right, so talking about different ways of movement, I want to talk about why strength training is so important. So here in these photos here, we're using a resistance band for different exercises. So regular strength training can improve and prevent muscle loss. It improves your balance, strength, flexibility, and coordination. It actually decreases your risk of falling, so that is a big plus for older adults as well. And it helps us maintain our independence, as talked about earlier, keeping that independence, and it really just improves your overall quality of life when you're more independent. All right, so as I kind of mentioned, we have a Young at Heart strength training class. It is a practice test intervention. So we use resistance tubes with soft grip handles, and we actually have 4 different levels of resistance for our participants to choose from. Each class is an hour long, and we meet 2 to 3 times a week. We work on strength, balance, flexibility, and which help reducing the risk of fall and maintaining your independence. Currently, we are on Zoom doing these classes due to COVID-19, but when we are out in the community, we have over, I think it's 34 different class locations throughout our community. So this was a really big exercise program. So we're happy that we're able to get on Zoom and still continue to offer that. All right, and we also offer Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention. It works on improving balance, confidence, and muscular strength. Once again, we have moved this to the Zoom platform. And through our organization, we offer it Tuesday and Thursday mornings. It's 11 a.m. to noon, and you're able to do it from the comfort of your own home, just making sure you have enough space around you. So if anyone's interested in joining some of these programs, feel free to give our office a call, and I can always add that into the chat box for you. All right. So when we talk about walking, why is walking important? It can lower our risk of health problems like high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes. It can actually enhance your overall attitude and mood. Here at our office, we try to go on our 10-minute break, we each, as a group, we just go for a little walk around the block. And just getting outside, getting that fresh air, it definitely helps with our moods when you're stuck inside all day. So I can definitely recommend that. Daily walking does lead to weight loss. It can improve circulation and sleep. It can strengthen your bones and muscles, and it can actually slow mental decline and lower your risk of Alzheimer's disease. And of course, once again, walking helps prevent falls. And that's also keeping our independence. Sometimes when we fall, we lose that independence. So making sure that we're walking plenty definitely helps reduce that risk. All right, so when we're walking, we want to make sure that we have good supportive footwear that secure our ankles. It's really important that if it's needed, that we're bringing our cane, walker, anything on that walking route that we may need to help keep us stable and sturdy. Also, with this warmer weather coming up, we're need to keep in mind to bring our water bottle with us in case we get thirsty throughout that walk, and also dress appropriately for the weather. All right, in talking about walking, the Healthy Aging Association actually offers a walking program. It's called our Young at Heart Steps program. And we host two challenges a year, one in the spring and one in the fall. It's 12 weeks long, and the register walkers, they receive weekly motivational emails. They report their miles to us every 4 weeks. And if they report their miles to us, they are entered in a raffle goodie basket, and we're able to provide that to the participants that reported their miles. And then at the end, we'll bring all of the registered walkers together for a drive-through COVID style brunch distribution. So we are currently in week 5 of that challenge right now. It's never too late to join. So if you are interested in that, again, just contact our office. All right, now when we talk about falling, how does inactivity increase your chance of falling? So it will actually weaken your muscles, which will lead to falling. It can weaken your bones and also affect your balance, which all three of these can lead to falling. So what do we offer to help reduce your risk of falling? Our strength training, our Young at Heart strength training class is actually proven to help reduce falls. Our Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention, our Young at Heart Steps program, and also new to our organization, now we have a Dignity at Home fall prevention program. And we also offer a Matter of Balance. We have just started this class virtually. So it is an evidence-based program to reduce the fear of falling and increase activity level in older adults who do have concerns about falling and may be scared to join an exercise class that may seem a little too fast-paced for them. So during this Matter of Balance course, it's 9 weeks for 2 hours, and we meet in small groups. Right now it will be on Zoom, and the outcome of it is that the participants will learn to view falls and fears of falling as controllable. We set realistic goals for increasing activity, learning how to change their environment that they surround themselves with to be less likely to have a fall, such as removing their rugs or creating better lighting in their home. That's something that we're able to discuss in this class. And since it's a small group, usually everyone feels comfortable enough to share their experiences that they've had with falls. So it's a really great atmosphere to really manage those concerns. The class is taught by 2 trained coaches. And like I said, we are holding them on Zoom, and they are now virtual. So moving on to our new Dignity at Home Fall Prevention Program. Through this program, we actually provide in-home assessments to our clients. We provide fall prevention education and resources. And after that, we are able to actually provide injury prevention accessories to qualifying individuals, 60 and older, or persons with disabilities who are at risk of falling in Stanislaus County. So some of those injury prevention accessories can be grab bars, shower chairs, toilet seat risers, as long as they fit within our program guidelines, and we are able to get all of their information that we need and complete that home assessment. It's really an awesome program. It is free of charge to the clients. So the guidelines that they have to meet are being 60 years of age or disabled. They do have to be at risk for falling or have had a fall. And then just meet these very generous income guidelines. So monthly, 3,617 or less. And then annually, that would just be $43,408 or less. So this is our new program that we have added to the Healthy Aging Association. It's been really fun building it. So we are now offering that within our organization. And to sum everything up here, just really 5 reasons to exercise and stay active. It improves our quality of life. And like I said before, it definitely maintains our independence. Exercising keeps our bones strong. It helps us prevent falls. It boosts our energy, and it also promotes better sleep. And then just a reminder of all those programs I had talked about. They are listed up here on the screen. Our Young at Heart Strength Training, a fall prevention program, our Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention, and Young at Heart Steps program, along with our new Dignity at Home fall prevention program. And if you have any questions regarding any of the information presented here on the slides, feel free to contact us. Our phone number is listed right here on the screen. It's 209-525-4670. Or feel free to send us an email at healthy.aging2000@gmail.com. And we'd be happy to get you going on any of these programs or just answer any questions that you may have. And I think that's all I have for today. So I will hand it back over to Samantha.
Thank you so much, Kylie. What awesome and important information to share. At this time, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat box or raise your hand, and we will make sure that we address them now. I have one question for you, Kylie.
Yes.
Is there a cost to participate in any, like the Young at Heart strength training, Tai Chi? Is there any cost associated with that?
So there is no cost. It is free to our participants. We do accept donations, and our recommended donation would be $2 a week. But it's totally free. It's just we accept donations.
Awesome.
And that goes with any of the Young at Heart or the Tai Chi class.
Very cool. Anybody have any questions? I'm looking in the chat box, looking to see if anyone has any questions or comments they'd like to share. Let's see. I'm not seeing any at this time. Oh, here we go. We have a question. Is there an age limit to participate in any of these programs?
No, most of our programs are for 60 and older, but we do accept anyone of any age into our programs.
Cool.
Except for like the Dignity at Home program, you would have to be 60 years old or disabled for that.
Awesome. Any other questions? Someone said, thank you, great information. Let's see. Any other questions or comments at this time before we wrap it up? All right. And can you go to the next slide for me, Kylie? I think there's one more, maybe. Oh, well, there's your thank you slide. And then I think
one more.
Perfect.
There we go.
All right. So we do have another Community Connections webinar coming up on April 28th at 12 p.m. And it will be on care decisions. What is an advanced healthcare directive? So if you're interested in that, we hope you'll join us next month on the 28th. And if there aren't any further questions, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you again, Kylie and the Healthy Aging Association, for sharing all of that wonderful information with us today.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.